Hello. Today, from Jerusalem, I'd like to make a short video and talk about Malkizedek, the king of Jerusalem in the times of Abraham. Now, the way the Torah introduces him, it's the following words: Malkizedek melech shalem, osi lechem u'yayin, v'hu kohen ve'el elyon. So Malkizedek, who was the king of Salem, which was the name of this city prior to it being called Yerushalayim, it was just called Shalem. And then a few words later, the verse says that he's a priest to the Most High God. Now, what I'd like to touch upon over here is the order of the title. First, he was a king. That's his first level of introduction in the Torah and the Bible. And after that, we get that he was a priest. Now, according to Chazal, according to Jewish sages, Malkizedek was in fact Shem, the son of Noah. As you may recall, in prior chapters in the book of Genesis, it talks about the blessing that Noah gave to Yefeth. And he said, Yaft Elohim leYefeth v'yishkom ba'ohel Shem. God was, beautified Yefeth, and he will dwell in the tent of Shem. So he will dwell could go two ways. It could be talking about Yefeth, it could be talking about God. So it's explained in Jewish literature that we go with the second interpretation. I made it second, but that may in fact be the first one. That God himself is the one who dwells in the tent of Shem. So right away there we have Malkizedek, who is in fact Shem according to the Jewish sages. And now it's understood where he got the bread and the wine from, because God's blessing was with him. God was there with him. So out of all the sons of Noah, it's the tent of Shem where God sets up his residence. So now it's understood that he was also a priest. Okay. So now another interesting thing I'd like to point out over here is that Shem was a grandfather of Abraham. There was a 10-man split between the two, with Shem being the first one and Abraham being the 10th. So the way the sages explain it was that Shem voluntarily gave up the priesthood, voluntarily gave up the kehunah to his grandson Abraham. And this is essentially following the line of how the priesthood works in Judaism, which it follows patrilineal descent. And this is what the Torah later explains, which is called an eternal covenant of salt. This is the covenant that God made with Ahron and his male offspring, an eternal covenant of salt, irrevocable, never goes back. It's been put on pause for a millennia or two, but the Kohanim are still here. I'm one of them. And it's explained, another thing that's explained by the Jewish sages is that through the prayer that the Kohanim had, and all of the nation of Israel for the past 2 millennia since the second temple was destroyed, is in place, is in lieu of the sacrifices. So in fact, I guess on a spiritual realm, there's never been a pause. And it's our hope that we're going to go back to our service very soon. So with that, this is the first of what's going to be a series. I'll speak a little bit more about Malkizedek. It's an important theme. And, but of course, the kehunah is given to Ahron and his sons. And with that, we'll wrap it up. And I thank you for watching.